Hey, what up? It's your boy. Some really sad news just came out. If you're watching this as the video is coming out, I'm sure you are all aware of the situation that is happening because it is trending on Twitter pretty damn hard. And definitely not for the right reasons, or definitely not for good reasons in any kind, because it has to do with a fellow anime YouTuber in the anime community here on YouTube by the name of Totally Not Mark, who is an anime YouTuber with around 600,000 subscribers, so a pretty sizable channel, who has run into a very unfortunate, yet unfortunately not surprising predicament. And it's that, as you can see on the screen right now, is that over 150 videos that he has created on this YouTube channel has been removed, or I guess blocked from viewing, from none other than Toei Animation. Now, for those of you who have no idea what a Toei Animation is, they are an animation company, as the name suggests, who are responsible for, only some of the most notable and well-known anime series in an international front. Shows like One Piece, Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, and that's just to name the big stuff. They also do stuff like Precure, Slam Dunk, Toriko, Digimon, you name it. Any anime fan of any capacity has seen at least one of the series that Toei Animation is responsible for. But as large of a conglomerate as Toei Animation is in the Japanese anime department, they also happen to be linked with the anime mafia as well, because they have done an absolute overkill on Totally Not Mark's channel by, once again, removing 150 videos plus of Mark's Dragon Ball reviews, as well as a bunch of his One Piece reviews as well. Which, as he mentioned in this video that I'm showing on screen right now, which, by the way, I want all of you to go and watch to get the full context of this video. I don't want the monetization to go to me. I want it to go to fucking Mark. So please go down, first of all, to the link in the description below. I've left the link to this video you are seeing on screen right now. So please go and watch it. Please watch it in its entirety to show support for Mark and to also get the full scope of the video, because I am not going to be going over it in great detail. So I'll give you some time to pause the video right now. Again, go down to the link in the description and watch the video and then come back here, all right? Okay, so hopefully, if you all have a kind soul, you will have gone to check out the video, and now you are all tuned into the full context. And look, I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. Before this news broke out, just this morning, over on Twitter, and a bunch of you guys were notifying me about this, a bunch of other Anitubers that I know were notifying me about this. I had never seen any of Mark's videos. But to be totally honest with you, it doesn't matter if I have seen your videos or if I haven't, or it doesn't matter if you have 600,000 subscribers, 6 million subscribers, or 6 subscribers, because this is a situation that I also personally have lived through. Obviously, nowhere near to the extent that Mark is going through. So for context, on my main channel, not this channel that you are watching this video on right now, but on my main channel, the Anime Man, I have only ever gotten 2 copyright strikes before. Not copyright claims, copyright strikes before. Luckily, they didn't happen at the same time. Otherwise, some bad shit would have happened. But would you believe me when I say that both of those copyright strikes that I have gotten in my career were both from Toei? Yeah, it seems Toei really doesn't give a fuck about completely burning and destroying an online community that is obviously very supportive of their IPs. This isn't a dude who is the type of scummy YouTuber who goes up and just totally rips an entire episode of One Piece or Dragon Ball and pops it up on YouTube for everyone's enjoyment and entertainment. Again, after this video went live, I actually went through his videos that are still up on his channel, and very quickly I came to realize that this is a dude who does anime reviews, anime analysis videos, same type of content that myself and many Anitubers on the platform first started off with. I stopped doing reviews because I wasn't very good at it, but Mark is pretty fucking good at it. Clearly shows in the numbers that a lot of people who stumbled upon his channel absolutely loved it. But as sad of a situation as Mark's is, it's also not surprising the way that a lot of these very traditionalist companies, especially these traditionalist IP holders in Japan, think about the use of their property on the internet is absolutely fucking skewed. For context, Toei, which is the main parent company that owns Toei Animation, has been around since the 1950s. And if Japan's life expectancy has anything to say about it, that means that the people at the top of Toei, and most likely the people at the top of Toei Animation, are some serious old heads. And, you know, with the whole stereotype of, oh, the older generation think in an old generationalistic type of way, and in the old boomer ways that will never understand how the internet community works. Well, unfortunately, Japan is like that on steroids. They are still in this super old-fashioned, out-of-style, traditionalist mindset of, if you want to use something that is owned by us, you ask permission to use it. If we give you the okay, then you can do it so long as you are in the watchful eyes of our copyright holders. But if you don't have permission, then you can go fuck yourself. That is stealing, that is blatant mistreatment of our IP that you had no permission to use. Therefore, we have every right, legally and morally, to strike you down because you didn't ask permission. When, you know, I think anyone of any generation who has spent even a little bit of time on the internet and a little bit of time understanding things like the fair use policy, understanding things like transformative mediums, can very quickly understand that that's a total load of ball hockey. And with the 2 copyright strikes that I got back on my channel as well, I believe I got both of them from using pictures of One Piece. Not even footage of One Piece, just still pictures. And it seems like in Mark's video as well that he explained here, he also got a bunch of claims from still images, and worse, fucking drawings of Dragon Ball characters as well, which is absolutely insane. It's not even being overprotective of their IPs. It's about just totalitarianism of their IPs. But it's also incredibly hypocritical what some of these companies do, especially Toei. I mean, as you hopefully all saw in Mark's video, he had an instance where he was actually working with Toei. It really is very hypocritical and extremely annoying for us creators in trying to figure out, are you on our side or are you our enemy? Please just make that clear. That some of the blame may be put on YouTube's broken ass copyright appeal system, which, yes, I can say that some of the fault is definitely on that. But as Mark has mentioned, as many people on Twitter have already mentioned, the biggest sinner in this entire situation is the dumb fucks over at Toei. And it's not only Toei. All of these traditionalist companies are like this. I'm sure you guys watched Moist Critical, my friend Charlie's video on this situation as well, and he brought up a great example of how Nintendo as well are the exact same way. And it's just extremely hypocritical, especially with a lot of these anime companies, that they'll be so strict on YouTubers, especially in an overseas market, like Mark, like myself, like pretty much all other anitubers in this community. And yet, at the same time, when you look at things like Comiket, which is, for those of you who don't know, it is a anime convention here in Japan that happens twice a year where doujin artists can go out and sell their books. While a lot of these books are original IPs with original characters, there are also a lot of parody IPs, aka doujins that are created using pre-existing IPs. And I can most certainly tell you, a lot of these parody doujins come from Toei IPs. But when have you ever heard of Toei going to Comiket and throwing down a cease and desist letter on every single desk of every doujin artist that has ever created a Dragon Ball or One Piece doujin? Probably never. And that's because the unfortunate thing about, again, a lot of these big traditionalist IP holding companies in Japan is that if they want to turn a blind eye, they can turn a blind eye. But if they don't want to turn a blind eye and they spot you like a fucking hawk, they will make sure that you are their prey for tonight. And unfortunately, the prey for Toei tonight was an anime YouTuber channel that is completely innocent and has made some fantastic content, literal years worth of content that is now completely gone. And again, this is just another situation that really makes me wonder when Japan is going to get with the fucking times when it comes to the internet. Because, truth be told, I've seen and I watch a couple of Japanese YouTubers, like some pretty big ones, like basically some of the top ones here in Japan. And it is absolutely insane how much they pussyfoot around using copyrighted material in their videos, even if it's used in a completely transformative way. Like, they are so scared of using copyrighted footage. It doesn't matter what IP holder it is. It could be Toei, it could be Nintendo, it could be anything in between. Most of the time, if you go onto a Japanese YouTuber's channel, an established Japanese YouTuber's channel, and they reference something that is of a certain IP, they will either straight up blur out, auditorily blur out the word that they used, and or if they do show an image on the screen, then it is completely mosaiced. Even if it's something that you could do a 5-second Google image search on and it'll come up immediately. It just absolutely blows my mind how this is just normalized in Japan, when if you go to any other Western English-speaking country and you see a YouTuber doing that of any size, you'll probably think to yourself, what the fuck are they doing? Why are they hiding that? And that's probably one of the biggest reasons why, to this day, there aren't really any notable Japanese YouTubers from Japan. It's because it's physically impossible with the current state of copyrighted material in Japan to birth a YouTuber that can work in that style and medium. Unless, of course, they are someone who works in the industry or who has a lot of friends in the industry and just go around stupidly asking permission on every single fucking piece of anime and manga imagery and visuals every single time they want to use it in a video. So yeah, I guess the reason why I wanted to make this video is to, I guess, bring a little more awareness to it. I mean, again, at the point of me uploading this video, this entire piece of news has just completely blown up. As you can see, the video of Marx has almost reached 400,000 views, and at the time this video's come out, it's probably a lot more. I just absolutely cannot imagine the amount of stress and anxiety that Mark is going through. So if you're watching this, Mark, then honestly, dude, like, I'm sorry you are going through this. I completely empathize with you, and I hope you do figure this out, because this is some grade A bullshit, dude. You and I both know that. The least that I can do, though, at least for this video, is to promote his Patreon. Patreon.com/totallynotmark, because I think this is the best way as of right now to at least try to lessen the damage that has been caused by Toei on Mark's channel and his employees. So I've left the link to his Patreon down in the description below. Oh my god, this I think is the saddest part, is that his Patreon intro video has been blocked by Toei. This image right here speaks 1,000 fucking words. So please, 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 guys, I don't even give a fuck if you decide to, you know, get out of my Patreon for this month or for the next couple of months. Please go and support someone who actually needs it, especially for this holiday season, alright? Like, if honestly, I wouldn't even be fucking mad if all of my patrons left for the next, like, 3 or 4 months or so and went to go support Marks, because this guy definitely fucking needs it. But yeah, that was my 2 cents. Again, Mark, if you're watching this, man, my full fucking support for you, brother. I hope you get through this shit, because goddamn, I don't want to see any content creator going through this shit, dude. Like, honestly, it's fucking horrible. But yeah, fuck Toei. I'm hoping that, you know, with my reach into the Japanese anime industry, that I can at least try to talk some sense into at least 1 or 2 people in these kinds of companies, because things need to change. And if they don't change, Toei and all these other companies are going to lose a lot of their international audience. Over here next to my head is a couple more videos you can check out as well, and subscribe if you want, and all my social media and all that kind of stuff is down in the description below. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.